everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share my process of drawing and rendering one of my original characters. As I create, I'll walk you through my techniques, tips, and thought processes, so grab your favorite snack and let's dive in. Alright, let's get started with the sketch. I always like to start by brainstorming and gathering reference images to get inspired. I typically like to use Pinterest for most of my image references. Once I settle on a pose and expression I like, I'm ready to begin sketching. I usually start with simple shapes to define the overall proportions and then gradually refine them into more detailed outline. Keeping the lines loose at the start helps me stay flexible with changes. The key is to focus on capturing the essence of the character. This OC is an intimidating alien-like character with a snake-like mouth and jaw, so I try to emphasize the menacing presence in her pose and expression. Once I'm happy with my sketch, it's time to move on to inking. I like to use the old pen brush to mimic traditional inks. This helps give my lines a more dynamic feel. Inking is where I finalize the details. I love playing with line weight. Thick lines can convey strength, while thinner lines can add delicacy. Remember, don't stress if you make mistakes. You can always fix them later in the digital process. Now for one of my favorite parts, coloring. I like to start with a base color for each drawing section. Choosing colors can be tricky. I always think about the character's personality and the piece's mood. I'm going for a darker, more intense color palette for this OC to highlight her intimidating nature. Blend my colors to create depth and dimension. Layering colors also adds richness. Don't rush this part. Taking your time can really elevate your artwork. Now we're in the rendering phase, where I fine-tune details and add highlights and shadows. I use a separate layer for highlights and shadows, which allows me to adjust them without affecting the base layer. I mainly like to use the multiply and add layers. It's all about building the layers to create a more three-dimensional look. And here we have the final piece. I had so much fun sharing my process with you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe for more art content. Also, let me know what you would like to see next in the comments. Thanks for joining me, and keep creating. See you in the next video.